Hi friends, can we take a minute and talk about words of the year and specifically about my precious program and book that I launched last year called Wholehearted Words. Now, as we're recording this, as I'm sharing this, it is the month of November, which means we are starting to get to the point where we're wrapping up our word, we're wrapping up our year, I should say. And if you're a word of the year person, perhaps you are feeling the temptation to just move forward into your next word. And before you take that step, can I encourage you to go a different way? Whether you did Wholehearted Words with me or not, if you're a person that has had a word of the year over the year of 2020, I really want to encourage you to take a little time to really finish strong with your word. What do I mean by finish strong with your word? I mean really take some time to honor your word and honor the ways that it has influenced you this year. Now, my course/book, Wholehearted Words, released last year for the very first time, and along with, over 100 people at least, we worked through our very first word week in which we all picked our word of the year. Wholehearted Words is a special program because it doesn't just give you a list of words to choose from. Instead, it really walks you through the process of picking a word that's going to help you meet your goals, that's going to resonate with you, that's not going to stress you out or scare you away, but instead meet you where you are, and that's going to really make an impact on your year and your life. Because when we pick a word of the year, when we pick one single important guiding light to kind of see us through 12 full months, it is unavoidable that magic happens. I'm telling you right now. And so I wanted, before I start talking to you about our upcoming year and what is coming up for Wholehearted Words, how to get involved this year that is coming, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the need to continue strong and honor your word all the way through. So one of the really special things about this Wholehearted Words book is that after picking our word and doing a bunch of really cool activities to get close to our word, we have these monthly check-in pages that allow us, I call them our word dates. And the intention was to give yourself a once-a-month date in which you check in with your word and really you think about how you're using it. There's some prompts. There's squares for you to use freely to write whatever you would like. And my intention for myself and everyone was that we could do it all year long throughout our 2021. We could keep checking in with our word 1 month at a time. But let me tell you the truth. I didn't do a great job of it. I did a great job of keeping rhythm, which was my own special word, close to my heart. Everything all the work, the prep work that we did, the intentions that we set, I held those close, and I have no qualms with how Rhythm and I worked together this year. We did some good stuff. But what I didn't do was get into much of a rhythm when it came to monthly word dates. Part of that is because I learned some things from Rhythm that I didn't expect, and Rhythm ended up giving me a lot of permission to go with my own flow, which is kind of nice, but it meant that I ended up with a lot of empty pages here in my word dates. And instead of feeling like I'm a failure, shame on me, I should have done more, I decided, why not just go back through my year, pull out my planners and my journals, my calendars, and think about each month one at a time with my word. So you can see May and June I have completely done. I even started like gluing some stickers and ephemera down that related to that month. And I used sticky notes and filled in some thoughts as I looked through my calendar. And I'm just going to take the month of November and continue to really pay some honor to this word that really did impact me. And the way that I want to do that is just fill in the prompts for every single month. Some of them might be really sticker heavy, like for example, this page. And some of them might have a lot to say, like this page, and that's okay. There's no wrong way. But I really think it's important to encourage ourselves, no matter what the project is you started or what the intention you set when you picked your own word, I want to encourage you not to just rush forward into the next word, but instead really settle in with your word for a proper goodbye. Because whatever your word was, whatever you chose, I guarantee you that it had an impact on you all year long, even if you weren't carefully paying attention. Because once we set an intention and we pick something, it has a way of showing up for us in lots of ways. And sometimes the way that we are going to get like clarity on what we learned is just by taking the time to honor it. And so you can see as you flip through here, I have a lot of unfinished pages, a lot of things that I started and didn't finish. But my plan before I start my word in review, which I will not be doing until the end of the month, and those of you that are part of Wholehearted Words, either now or who join us for the future rounds, you will have access to the lessons involving this section at the very, very, very end of November / beginning of December, because I don't think we should be reviewing something before we're even done with, what is it, 10/12ths? I'm trying to do that math, 5/6ths of our year. How about that? Before we've gone through, I don't know if I'm doing the math right there, but before we just push it ahead and move on and say, forget it, whatever, I'm a failure, stop. Don't do that. And instead take a little time to just really think about how your word influenced you and affected you. Now, maybe you were not part of Wholehearted Words with us in 2021, and I want to tell you right now that is totally okay. The things I'm talking about here, you can do on your own, but if you would like some guidance through this process, I have some exciting news because I am releasing very soon, or maybe even already, depending on when you're watching this video, I am releasing our 2022 version of this program. It will include the same book and the same structure, but I have some new fun ways to make it more exciting, more interesting. And if you join for 2022, you will have all of the digital printable content. If you join our course for 2022, you'll have all the digital printable content from this book, so you can do your word in review for whatever word you had this past year before you move on to picking your next word for 2022, which I'm excited about. I'm not going to lie, but I'm holding off on really moving forward with that until I've honored my word a little bit more, because I want Rhythm to know that it mattered to me, that it made an impact on me, and I want to carry what Rhythm has taught me into the rest of my life, which means I have to take a little time to pay it some respect. And whether you have our book and you're working through our course, or you join it or you don't, you can also take the time to pay a little respect to whatever your word was, and I really, really want to encourage that. If you are interested in finding out more and joining us for our next round, please make sure to subscribe and like this channel, because I'll share more here. Head over to my Instagram and get involved over there, and also check out this link on my website, because I will be giving you the opportunity to get on a list to make sure you don't miss the special deals that are going to come up very soon, so that you can have a 2022 that ends with a book that looks a little bit like this, only your version, whatever that means. Friends, a word of the year is a very impactful, meaningful practice that I have been using for, I want to say 7 or 8 years now. And it is a game changer, every word I have chosen has made real changes in my life. Even before I had this program and this book, my words of bloom, embrace, start, fearless, chosen, they all created the version of me that has created this program, if that makes sense. And I'm grateful to all of them. I wish I had a book for each one, but I'll tell you what, for 2021, I will have a book and I will have filled it in as much as I feel like I need to, that feels right. And then in 2022, I'm going to move on to my next word, and I can't wait for that process because I know what an impact having a word of the year is, and I would love to share that with you too. Okay, friends, so as final words, remember, sign up for more info below, keep following along, and make sure no matter what the practice is that you had when you started your year off with a word of the year, give that word a little bit of space at the end of the year so that you can honor the work that you've done. Because every single thing that we do that's for our own advancement, our own self-reflection, our own self-improvement, it matters. Whether we did a little bit or a lot of it, it all matters, and it deserves a little bit of space and time here at the end of your year before you just wipe it aside and write it off as no big deal, because it is a big deal. All of it is a big deal, and it deserves a little bit of time, a little bit of attention, and a whole lot of heart. All right, friends, I cannot wait to share more with you. I'm going to go play with my words some more, and we will talk soon.